abarasi ayi aye de koyi obi anya sa ono be kan po opan po no wan fa media bi aba wan fa obia media bi ndi na ki se oba ba ye bi ashare di na ye dia atumu se e ma bi so nyina support ono dey ni cool ana dia tam no so ye point ana be menda no e nyina ye ko sia wo Rock City okay papa Brian hweye nia ukọ hotel bia utimi ye bia oye man Sunday anapa ana obehia yen ono so ekasa fine e try da bi ofi e be domo party ye party aduma a support presidential candidate election ayakojina at least from 2018 back there ya ono so ayaboa no or share results by 2024 year. Or feel that there was something wrong somewhere, and to know or carry uncle you or share sa Adiana has the solution to the uncle you and yes I said also percent but then who bar for here. Only BBA tiap Dr. Baumia because was supporting Dr. Baumia from primaries to election. Only any problem here, minimum office 2028 election. No, you see, we need the year. We need somebody who can rally around the party and tell Ghanaians say or solution to some of our problems in the and co. Don't you catch fine? In fact, no, your mind no, you need sorry. The emojis were party. The budget is so papa. Also meeting no one family dia ma. Etina enra anapa. Emma BNB team no so ne penny for the kasa because of honorable Brian. Your mind into no. Ye the BNB dia no. Omo de share Thursday kra. Ye Thursday and kai be. I mean penny for platforms you can say no. So a quarter there. It's just a young crowd na I walk outside the car. No be call constituency and that's what we district and that's be walk. No matter drive about back the car, which will be inconvenient and cost to us. In Sadia, how many BNB team in Kasa? Not clear for I'm afraid the nation man the pa. Then the bear if we are able to the constituency. And the Ohana do that in fact the proposal no BNB team not yet to it be share Monday Enra. That is the only discussion I hear about our meeting with Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, our former vice president. And the Enra negotiate. And also Dr. Bai in some more kind maybe doctor there will be in 2024. And say, will be a panacea. At a point in time, no honorable miracles of them, DNB back because you dare not say something against our government or the person of Dr. Mahmoud Bamia. And yes, I don't know. I know, but I am pa. And the budget so you have budget so. Now, if you are the quarter that your masses assist and did no. Madame Pa, I'm busy for the Menino Ekepa table back home. I know Cathy will be said. The same credit declaration. The same credit declaration. The 10 of guidance there. I hear declaration. Oh, no, that's them. Oh, there. I don't call it.
Oh, until almost a horn what is almost eka.
Yes, they are not for no, they are down for papa.
Oh, moody or hen or no.
Oh, but everybody.
Oh, so we did, and yet, the declaration, they say,
that be almost declaration. I'm not going to we hope people, man, who the picture
Okay. Okay.
Operation commander.
Ada ubo ni dia eba ha adwen.
Oh, in fact, me person me body din.
Okay.
Because I cannot and fine. That is what happened.
Okay.
Aha. And so class I know because the crazy there no. I don't know. Me no e wo close relation to him baby a. Ma catch and say this time around. They call election prime minister now, but they call. And you know, said maybe be after this time around. And you know, Omanfm, and I will be one of the proponents and yes, in Quebec, hobby. And to Omanfm, and see, maybe you're 28 boy and come on now, or maybe you put them in the. And you are going for a corner. I'm a driver who Peace FM. I'm about to say, honorable. Hey, yes, when you are declared, look about. I'm going to say, what's wrong? Your press conference.
Mebo, enti time wana mote ho na omo sorry omo koye press conference no. Omo efa nipa no bi na koye ana mo nyina na mo di akire manfo nte na esiye wo ho ase.
Me say nipa 250 na call to about program now. Now about 230 at demo wa e bi atala e ko joma diane.
Ena ebi no pie koye press conference no.
Ah, madam for can say yen ko no. That time no much segment no. Mama ye omo the people station botom a very say statement station botom. And call outside the meeting no. Call a conference up one more addressing the press. This is some guy be our minimum power. I'm all fast like it.
Money branch here no omo de central for ba ho.
Oh, Obia you are you can she I know it's a for Bia ba ho. You ne branch so she central for Bia ba ho. And you na e call na me ku say go for set up on camera that no. Yeah, o ma na me no the same rule. So I'm can say now, I deal with media engagement and after say, media probably after them. And in fact, some of us were not comfortable at that time. But I thought, sir, because of the personality of the vice president, and why you see, you can say, the leader of the party, or no leader to do. We need to say, what MMBC, no. We need to grow it across. As part of our media meeting, me and my son say, and to be as schedule.
Me to ase here, Honorable Alex Inkum. Nature say the okan we use yahye adwuma mo call Brian ho nsentro fo ama ho mo call Ken on nsentro fo aba ha no nsentro nature say se me to ase here ye hye da hye ye e na sa de no course ana
adwuma say madam for me say o pressing Colanda no no miracles necessary say adwuma no
o ye de na ho say miracles ka ho
na miracles dey some ya me say no of me bi ba of me bi ba I mean what we can do what we did and what we can do and the miracles there that be the necessary adwuma no kama
omo we press conference no e dey na see because omo we sabre na bi no gusu didi no ne ade omo gusu omo ye no na omo e be wie ne ade e dey na see e
ano dey maybe not ye wo but they are not omo didi no omo see ye didi no me didi ntina me ka say ye didi no but omo didi no ye o anti maybe ya omo as a eating purpose at one table. And you hear my musu say yes, dispatch no, ya papa yemuno. We pia boncheno na miku. Sa PFM. We na me see me nimu. No, it's honorable. There interview. And I'm say interview then. Oh, sir, what the camera vice president, yeah, a 10 account. I'm sure. There was nothing like MMDC. I can't tell them say, yeah, baby, you become a vice president. And say, oh, no, so, I might be clear. And I'm not saying that, mentioning they can't shaping the nation. Awesome. And then, when I can't say, and then the question MMDC for yeah, but yeah, drink of the group say, you be declare my doctor. And say, yeah, you do more. And I yes, I did because you walk, and then we did now, you walk come on. Like almost everybody, I committee, you know, I didn't a campaign show, and he for out of the handy penny cushion or no. Do I him the P, a way I didn't hear. I'm also saying, I started. A chain of the case, almost your more, or more much platform do on 10 years. Only year you want my DMB and to only yes I did. And I said no. If you have an agenda for doctor, that's a true blind, Dr. Blind, the invitation from Honorable Ken and Honorable Second Vice President, former Vice President. You don't use our platform to execute your agenda. At least some was a corner. And I someone can some arrangement. Now, Mukushia, Namo declare for doctor. But you don't use our platform to do that. So it was a betrayal. And in fact, some of us, they both reply, they are tired doing our platform. So I'm going to betray your trust. And it shouldn't have happened. If they want, they have their own thing, they should have done it another day, not there. MMDC for Yakabum. Dr. Afenya, we did come Kamakano, and the best idea.
Mammy Musa, we try to enfield common number the way. One of my declare no more name figure no, and then more cajonos money figure no.
Oh, one of my bomb to say 220, but then you okay. Because of yeah, you go funu, you go more than 100. So no man, nobody to say there. Monsieur, you must say. Now couple, yeah.
Couple, Sammy will go yeah, a couple.
I know what platform is what they told them catching a couple with you, and yes, I'm here.
Now then, I'll go couple to say with you, and yes, sanity.
Oh, sir, yeah, party fool. Yeah, you mama doctor. Yeah, you mama party. And political strategy and home and nearby but now we are as soon as in the echo yeah.
Now, sir, Eduma say, Biana was say, free DC and answer MC Obano or Tanason or Hishayan or say that be Asia. They say so. I don't know ya been Tino here and Amunya Rock City. Move through a mobile and Rabo Ken Ho, Masane, Doctor and Swasia, and yet there's a TNT across the soon. So I don't see Eduma say.
So, Eduma say no. Now, then, as a body, no, there was a need for us.
Yeah.
As a sequoia, baby. Now, you're drinking your home. And he, oh, sir, let you know. On your politically, a crowd.
Okay.
Akosia.
Okay.
It's one of the. I think the time to say, oh, yeah, Papa Brian, you go tell you. Oh, fine. Let me say, maybe second time I'm down. No, but I'll be all right. What you watch it is wrong order. The biggest hotel in Africa. Well, before so, who are who you knew. Okay, what you can't say, Dr. Brian, the chef. They say within few hours now, and if I hear some back corner, you put 200. And when you let you know, you are getting papa. Let's have a crown. Now, may get too short of Dr. Brian's. He said, the
contest and now contested.
Aha, Dr. Brian, give me a name, and you are your mama. It is written. Mamia campaign from primaries up to D-Day election D-Day. The KBI course was in Dr. Brian. And you are in the Dr. Brian here, and I feel your best I call. But for me, shy out can't answer no. And then you are trained, I say. Such as it. And say, yeah, you must say, it was not in respect of any president, Obina Bichi, or not Obina presidential bid.
Honorable man, you know I say, Yebekasa.
That's what I say.
Yen so yeda say former DC asene manso koso na yene no edi enkomo no 107.1 so ni high Omanfm. Teacher,
well,
what in 70 bebre ko anim kakra.
okay. Nidi kan common word bi na udc so na me no yadwen. Onipa organize ye ne MMDC si nyina ayadwuma hyehye na omo ahyehye ma wo ho. Me madwen na me kire no. Empanimfo me ensan ye omo ko omo ho nyina se na odi kan Brian. Obi ni ho a na mo bekọ a modern sapan bekọ. Intimidia me hunu se wo mo ase MMDC si no ebi omtena fie kakra yi. Na omo pese omo so munya bibi gu ombotom. Enti na ebi a omo kwa me madwene se chiche ntwi madwene na America. Eyadwuma hyehye na omo hyehye ma omo so omo bechini mpanimfo me ensan nyina because omo nim se obi anya hwe no na boka na de ohena Japan okosra no a na se ne ogi nipa ne opi nipa asem no enema bekoso se enema koso se wo gya okwan no ne mo akasa atumofo ewo ho enti me de se na medical aka no omo ankasa hyehye anwa no ma wo mo ho ne edikan eno no ne etoso mienu me hunu ne se nyaatwomsam bi ene obi hidden agenda bi ena omo di tu sa na mo no ne omo ye mimi hunu ne se da bia MPP nsam gu so ye den ase enchichemu no egu so ye den me de me madwene mu no anamo MMDC ntu ye me hunu ne se enya na mo mpa omo ana omo wo madwen ponti a omo de ko na se ese ye hu ache na ekohyiehia na yade no honorable ebiew honorable income wakanye wo mu nyina baabi a meme ne wa anya dwen na medu ho ya no se na ka se obo nipa ko dim onipa ko a na wo ka so no odi animu ne yenko declare your support ne ade nya which na mon support no wanya kokuduro kan die na ka se otimi bo nipa ko dim me madwene no enti ono abo nkume hode meme ne wa anya adwen fi sese be man sinsuo mu ansa na waham enti na ka se otimi bo nipa ko dim so nipa so masi ene di animu ema ye we nyina wahu me hono ne se amwa anamon no mutu ye na MMDCs no atu no wesen MPP issues asade ade esa bia ne obi beye bia no ase ede ohawo bre party no more sabi obi a declare an intention so be contest presidential primaries no a sabi ono mpo no beto nsa ye dan afrem so me pese me ne mo ekasa se mo beto aba ne bi se mo be ye dan ono beto nsa afrem na we de mo ankasa ena mo ye dan mo ko akohia mo dwene ho enti bra me de me say sa move no to me a wrong move by MMDCs no previous MMDCs no a wrong move ena omo ye no ne etoso mienu omo ahyehye adwuma ma omo ho se de o kan na wo no eto da bia bra na me ka che se na repeat takramu ubisa question bia na damakoma so some say you say honorable income say you be na ye adwuma hyehye na mom de koye sa na omo ye MMDCs no omo anso ye na bisa say na se mo nso ye adwuma hyehye
se de o kan o se obi na raise say man back in the race so mushia ache nti wo so mushia
into the right question every say mo so mo de na no so ye adwuma
hyehye nti wo so mushia no omo anya obi a hotel say a candidate hotel and wo so mushia and omo ekoshia ye I kama you see me baby am a problem wo nhia no nye bone but hoye na wo mu no so hoye na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia camp eye ade no na a creative problem because wo mushia ora ken no one disencrofo di ho nkomo bia nkomo di kakra bi MMDC se ne ora ken ahia omukọ Brian hoyi said na wo kra wo ken se nye ye ka no ha kra bi kra nka wo kra wo nte se omo ne Brian ahia politics no tem bia woni ayeye ene but ekoye san say ye monye me so ebreko abre no nruye no a ho na enkrofo issues wo niema ye kodi ho nkomo ye anopa nyina no eye ho ye ba ye bi fa akiri koye press conference mreko ebi no modidi so ho said they working ora ken ho o ma inviting centrophobia o mo call Brian ho ma inviting centrophobia but and also the choice and the political strategy one ma different camps be person mo ebe man once I can say ye mie campaign any who ye no so wo ya de na wan hwe ni ye pe now the a creative problem but ni nyina mo no wa me ate ase say sa 200 and something declared for Dr. Bawumia yes sanity
omo can say even audio no the video na me hwe no no me say 200 MMBCs ya omo ewo ho nyina and honorable income can say no mo ye 200 about 230 krana na ewo ho about 200 no mo de omo ti ho didi
yes
so
yeah wo hwa e kakra bi na omo pie yes wo hwa
Brian so wo hwe un say omo ye omo gina ho omo ye ne omo ye ne wie ye no me hwe one of our sister stations no ba kwa no interview omo individually wo hwe bi no mo kasa akora no a na exercise Brian muka bibi yamu obi act under the rest right what she nipa no say ne awo ye no on support na wanye pene omo wie ye no interviewer a sister station ye omo anu mo gina ho no bi no uti omo kasa mu na if you are good in communication ube hu say as baby a ye dom ko gina ye no mo ye sa de na omo ankasa ye interview individual na they were not in support of adena course no
okay
media ma share video no
omo ahihye adwuma no de omo hihye pa because o hwe ne course wo ho no a so ho the way omo budget so ho na de be connect press conference na course no a obeka say the entire group na ko eni nyina no e support the course no but o hwe press conference na hwe individual say de wo kan ya to aso e ho
because ya ye interview awie ye nyina ye gina ho ye interview awie a unse bi o kire wadwen che se ne anope ye ne honorable income ye che wadwen me say wo hwe omo kasa MMDCs ni bi no omo kasa achi na after the your friend is omo press conference na you could deduce from omo faces say ade no as ye hye omo ye den omo ye ye nti na se omo ka bibi nti honorable me de me kan nyina ne se me madwene mu as an individual say teacher ntwi no me sa o meeting no me de na hu hia ade na manyoku ada bi ade chi mu huru na sabio yasuni yentumi ye kofa na nka nso abebo kashiri eno ne de nti me as teacher ntwi de me o meeting no na eye binom e wo hidden agenda enti e mo choose ana mo no enti ba ene binom so pretend I must be frank me de me hunu no e binom ye dan pretend say oh ye wo ha what you say Brian me see ebinom o pretend hwe obi yo ha opese o steady terrain no ehu nipa no me yensan nyina na afi fa ne say omunya e declare but MMDC some fan show madwemi ye yankopon na minim honorable Kennedy Japan adwene mu say oba ba president mo say nipa ya madi mfie nwotwe menyi ni say MPP ni bi better say yensan fa ma ye DC
emra kra makwan
what you say so in this case ni amoko ye pa no
say party no
mo wow, na hon faso ne sen. Enti me de o meeting no mo ye to me it was needless. It was irrelevant to me because how on earth ya be a campaign mu anase yi na akọ declaration bi amoso mo kakra bi na mko sa meeting na nkasa mko ye omo ankasa de evidence share adwuma ma omo ena ma we nsu ye den ekopiem na e ko honorable Ken ho ena bra na me say honorable Ken ho omo ko ye no se enye se ebi a o kan yi a me na minim so mko honorable Ken ho
yes
Dr. Brian ho na minim so mko ho enti ho ye di ton hen ewo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho yi ansakra na me bete so mko ha sebiu yanhwe kure ni anim
any other camp na saade no course anke beka so omo say party no
Brian ni omo ye yi omo say party no da bia mo de da bia anopa kan asem bibiu wo say asem MPP mu huru nti akova aban no sabiu nen ebia wo ye ne ma bia hu hia kra say Ghana for nsedante MPP for de omo internal elections no omo internal issue enti say omo focus on aban no kra ya emeboa wahu the aban no ya emwa bia no da bia MPP for na make say anopa mi bi kan say I'm sure say the MPP for na omo enyai kosi say and omo anto omo bo ase a 2028 they should forget it because omo nema omo yo no he candidate bi om de ne be ba no na hwe ya obenya issues I just say honorable Kennedy ohena Japan no o ka kire wi a papa no ade ba kwa mehu no no one o ka say ono hia kra no ka na adwen so kire wi a one new issue so ho enti ne omo ye bia no hwe yi a after the presidential primaries no there will still be camps. You no very careful. In MMDC is no be the men can see should do say. Now we meeting no na hu hia. I'm a one for the be amre party no. Omo personal interest. And omo de koye ye. E bi no me madwene no. Omo de ko base ke gu ombuto. But we there me to me is not.
Me da se komodo ma minti o kakra.
Over me da se na me bisa se adwuma no hye no free he from the scratch ho. Ana baby ekopie ye no na ye hunu say ye adwuma hyehya na because almost form a part of the election board no omo to abane bi it is
MMDC so omo ni voting rights until say ye be amend the constitution no na ye de omo abehim omo ni voting na bia
it is ekoba na say omo hyehya adwuma ofa omo hyehya no wo he say yakọ ebia pani a wa na
adwuma hyehya no ankasa wote ase
ye no na mention dante ase omo hyehya adwuma no hyehya no wo
and this on the adwuma hyehya no ase dia in politics na ye ka adwuma hyehya omo ete ase no te de course no ase eno nti na former DC and the din komo e ka cho say adwuma so utie ni ya o say adwuma no de obo sami din no o say sami ni me na American so enim say de hyehya adwuma na we na adwuma hyehya ne say ya tena ase a che dem ne a plan say ye kwakoya de ni sei
ama benefit obi
na ma ye sa resource we so ho emfiri nipa no apem na omde kwakoya de
bi kura de apem bibia gu ebotom ni nyina ka ho
but sa adwuma hyehya no amu no na mo time amode ma wo mo no anko favor wo mo nti o mo hyeda ma mo different time eno de mo gitum ese time no omde ama mo no mo pe enti mo famra
time de ho na okay
o se o kan se bra o ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ekohia no na time no e conflict because o mo ka so mo free ba akọ so o mo san ka so mo come various places ansa na dasi o ma ko bi ba ebeye inconvenience de ama binim ti ye pese ye basi o mo so gitum sa da na pese mo ba still ye part of adwuma hyehye ni nti no mo mra
hwan na gitum se menti ensem na
kan Dr. Bawumia Crawford na gitum say time na pese mo de man na da na pese mo de man no ya gi atum why because now ono abu inkum ono abu abo say this is ni san call machi
no mo say ba free north ni ade
because sa 200 and something MMDCs no nipa oye dean of DC say honorable Richmond Amponsa Ajaben sa Crawford na call so ono na oye sa press conference na dia and we can tell you say yes I am paso mu nyina agya to call dean of DC is na be kasai but sa nipa na kasa ni nyina na nye dean of DC is na be kasai dia and na pair dia wo kan ye binum na kodi sa adwuma no e na akọ hye wo mu nyina but that's what I say
hye wo mu nyina nye senti na obi abeka say de na makoya na nye nyina
enti omo experience say e bi omo akọwe ho omo akọsra no omo akọwe ho omo akọsra no omo akọwe omo akọsra na how do then decide say omo na omo abehye ade enu mama hoye abam omo so right so omo kwa akọsra na omo ni right so omo kwa akọsra
obi anka so omo ni right so utie ye a ye say omo akọ no abo ken ho ya nhye da anti hoye omo akọ owura branch champion ho ya nhye da anti hoye de na ha de ekokoye nche wo kọsra obi enye boni o sa ba bi egina sesei no ensra ene nkomodie ene ekoso e wo fom to make sure say brand dunie bie e pronounce eto so afi obi atimi wuremu a na obi a wurem ni ama nkrofo di ho nkomo sesei eye hoya e be mu a ebi mo conference entrofo echo declaration ama ye hunu say over 200 MMDCs wo mo sesei se ba ye no mo wie kra na social media fo di ho nkomo a we dey openly so ho DCs no ebi openly one mo kran so a ye ade na de ma omo no ye nti so mo abeka say oh ade ya mo be ye de nanka breno kran enso ye so ho but wo mo no na trumpet
over the omni say ye politics mo be ka say a political campaign strategy and at the other side ni use ye say sankrofo ye aba ye mfanye se no na omukoye ya anye ye anase binimu nti ase ne binimu so aba bonte o mabeka and this is what going to be a problem say for say all the MMDCs no a yaka masem no akọ support said ye mo kan and I said omo ka no na se nipa na omko support na anwini a what would be the pedigree of that DCE no ko support yes say and amko declare say support the mawi ewo constituency baby abenam and your next endeavor no dear na sa de we ya moye ye ne de bebre wo because anya de na anya DCE nko na ebi obetimi adi ana wadi emma okwan se wonye political party head bi ana bibisa we ba have a toe on de mokoye ye no because ebri ane ye kopre abato e wo dasi mokoye ade we wa ha no kra ma wo credibility kra mpo no is at stake enti said ye of aye kai ye betimi a draw conclusion say yes so mo hye adwuma but obi ayusu strategy and the form adwuma no mo hye no
and say no na e fe na adwuma hye
eti obi ayusu strategy
strategy abeye be backfire say one yank mfa so
that's right and over there e wo mo ni say omu koso aye ni say ya still you gusu draw party no eko na chi omu gusu draw party no eko na chi meanwhile so no obi obeka so party no bi ase ye masa we ni nyina entofom na ye nyina no ye mhwe mpanifo na face a conference ko a won be ko no mo ko a decision bi e betake bia no enye omu abata as still
conference no mo proposals ahodo a on be kwa consider no ora kwa bra Japan na e sha ase a na odi teacher na nka wo ka bibi
one brother in the first place any pamiensa ana mosimo kwasra eye dan no ba kokora efie na mo pese mo kotena brother yete hei nyame ado na be judge na nyame mfasa manya asemo a obetin apto se mimi case no won't international why because of your personal relationship bia na mo aye bias what you say na yamokwasra no te so no abo Kennedy ohene Japan a mo furu amokoye ene nea mokotena ne hotel kwada ne hotel ekoya ade na we ka kire yen wahu nti bra ya me say ene we ka ho maka 3 times na no pay say MPP for omone ma wo mo ye no chese 2028 omo mpe power
no de omo pe nti esese omo sesa ne ma ntanse yen kwa akiri
me de wonim hwe ena me ka say honorable Kennedy ohene Japan camp ena MMDCC koye ene ekoye sa de we
declaration ya kebeka so say party no
ene anka ne asie no enya ketua o enti MMDCs me say omo visit no ma de no omo koye no nyina no omo de a chese omo de hawa bere party no dan omo apapa na omo pese omo ye dabi mo koshia mo say sesen aye dan mo nom ko ka akosese o obi e ma na koma mra fom ne ade se ne hwe opani ba ko ade ni birthday wo Ghana ha ka kire Ghana fo nyina se wa misaka wa misan kwatentempo obisa se ni onyakoma so ade wo ne birthday ne se MPP be yasomdwie ona bo kana ohene Japan odi ni birthday obisa kwatenten no anya no obisa nyankopon obisa so bi ntoka amre no o say na koma so ade ne se 2029 no o meye president na koma so ade eno no eno osan ka se asomdwie emra party no because asomdwie ama okofa Yesu Kristo kwara begina no so nkogina ebia woye onyankopon nti anyesa obetimi alusu wati ase na se momo ne na mo akire enkofo aboabo no kakra no wadi MMDC emfie ngotwi ni wanya ne ape nyina wie afi na abeso so jagu nkofo apampem eno ne de he medium se braya we MMDCs no former MMDCs no mo ye no to me I'm fa de pa bia mre party no
said na me can proposals nyame ya adoma conference kese e be koso wo the new patriotic party mu omo be consider no bi omo guso omo di ho nkomo ra kwamra Japan na e hyase na wadi ho nkomo ama ebia babonten sei na odi tuya
executives nem region nem national na former MPs former DCs so and say area bi o na say ye de ba a friend say amanonia instead of taking just a number of people all the executives at the very least can vote. To me, here and I'm doing such a catastrophe, and I'm sending a committee, electoral, my friend saying, National Council. Yes. Now, Mr. Adekan who said, I dare back where her party for no, and it's our super delegates. And Nipano North, Nipano by 800. They said, we will scar, waiting at about 400. Now, I say, a banner, into another sono, see, Binya, you free home. And I'm a car says, see it to me be electoral college nim na adada for because they say Osha Electoral College year they say 2022 there. Me come back to 2018. One more anya kwame join we no. Omo metubi. Yanko 2014. Ni yanko 2010. Beyond 2010 ni use world executive. Nipa na wu so wu nkwa na otiase there. If you say ye man ntubi. Because I didn't hear me can say na me share young lady bi. Na ne maame a woman organizer. I check 96. And Busan said, "Abatwe or the general." They say the MPP no. I'm saying, "Na me mama dey no mo yen." And the quiet friend. Till and colani na e pay chino. Because politics there, you build it with your core family and then extended family. There's almost a papa bi and now wafa bi. E the chairman e wo bodumasi. Na odini sika na ho odini bibia ye adwuma. Na nne ye kwa ye mfre no. Ye fa ne nya hwe ya. Ufu se ne mane ne yire. Na se me ko kuma se me frɛ old chairman bi. So mo na me no mo nyi nkomo na mu so omanyi. Ba ko frɛ me se o yes already no. Me yire se o mane nko. No MPP. Na se ne yire kwa so ma ho kwa. Ne mane be den. Enti enti na me ka se. Se timi take a step no. Ne hye wo mo animunyam. We say we are giving them a voting right. Everybody. And no, a Kenya pattern, no on its own. Anna, I dear me who will be a general secretary Kakre. We be inherited about 7 constituencies. Beer. How they not trouble or hop up a mere chrome such a for. You free, Mampong. Bajabbing. Just so. If you just go na hoju kaka. Aguna any Manciano. No more change MPs so MP we free up oba Electoral College no are UBF no do bia be se o ko adwo so a yes Jonkuma abeyi ye friend say adiomi nkofo o ko so adiomi nkofo so adiomi so abeyi o say adiomi nkofo na che se nipa pii titi abonte a o mu di yawo enu nti na ma independent candidates ni ade agogo no nyina aka ho asante achim ene kwada so amen now akwa independent candidate nti se yetimi ye sisaye constitution no ne kase why a former executive that who are voting right the emfa mu nyina meka omo sese no one ebebie ayinum college no yeti ye kwa bia na etwam 1 million people voting and these are verifiable MPP stalwarts. So, and no, and you like it so because I mean, I'm most to make me a costume in a car. If you have a 100 and not 200, and so you're a better than Nipano, Abrabois, a better distorted election. But I didn't want to say because I say me, and some me and so. Na say le binum so adwen afiva na mka say ensa naka the way a party more heated say timi bie mu wie dia kayanto presidential no kan because me hu ade bi si okumasi na nsia anya me de say baby ahye na MPP for say ekoya doye presidential candidate Dr. Memia Okoye ono ne wani metu ko separately edutu Ekoye Brian Champon Ekoye, Kennedy Japan Ekoye, Party General Secretary so Ekoye, and Sana a party MP say Afenyo market no so koy. E dey optics nana ye chere Ghana for. So we are showing us a disjointed bunch of leaders. So anka ye nyina anim say ye way yi no san. Go be frame na kwabra wo dey nko bi na msi dabi. Dey ekoso no me ni ho. Me ade a mani ni ho so dey. I will not associate with it. Nka obia de nisika kabom. Any a fair party chairman and general secretary said, "Any mu kokra, ibedi machi ni akoye." Ka efe would have been bigger. In say dey munyam be ma party no. Obia person no nko agi say munyam. And the individualism no. And yet now after December 7th, that electoral cycle finished. Japan. Yeah, can we revert to our former rules and we support the chairman and the general secretary who are the two principal officers of the party. The chairman, how do you know kakra about say who say candidates there be
Ebusiafo ya na mo ase ora kwabra Japan na ye tie nkan sei na ye hyehyɛ political party ye nkomodie ne kwan a party ne betumi afa so aboa ama party ne daakye ayeye. These are some of the proposals ono nso so de ne nsa ahye ase sɛ de no wɔka no ho nkomodie no ekoso na ye nkwa homa no so de Honorable Mohammed Bashiru Kamara former MC Ga Central na ye ne no ni nkomo kakra wono mo ye declaration no na oka ho. Bashiru, morning.
Morning, Obenikese. Apom te say.
Me ho ya na nso ai.
Nyame adom obi a ho ye.
Okay, ya da ase no pese waje enso na ye bedi nkomo kakra. De di kan. Ba ne say na mo koye no declaration for Dr. Baumiano ba ne say na ba so me busa we san na mo akora Brian Champon ho mo akọ ora Kennedy Japan ho mo anye declaration bi ada na ha de mo kwem declaration.
Without say Edika Mamintia Ghana for na any Omanfm Omanfm Anopi. Station at the Quetry and to Omanfm as we tell on the Ghana for Nana Ekasa. And okay, aspirants no Ebi a friend, Honorable Brian Champon, Honorable Kennedy Japan. I think Honorable Kennedy started followed by Honorable Ken and the Vice President, the ANRA. You call Honorable Kennedy Japan. I mean, and can say, your parents in a nipa no more you mtisomo contest in MPP. Your nipa akukudam bebre and just saying this year, just almost brand son no more nipa bako. And she at any point in time, will be good materials, a contest. And to me, ma and I say, men for so zekasa. Any of the aspirants because some penny for party no more akote ache ya Honorable Ken Ho ya nye declaration there was discussion behind also about declaration bana Honorable Champion sir Andra before say Vice President your platforms are who do be brave. Did ho nkomo was so or victim issue near discuss a whole lot. And then a covan say, oh, those of us are till 2010 years. And you be and a card declaration no say all former MMDCs in Ghana under MPP government to be a part of the declaration. So omo ye kanta say enyano kre no adi nipa ekojira ho declaration no a video it was some of the stations carried its life and to go kasa enyano kre because of what enyano kre say amafo ko declaration na
omo kasa no because na akwese munyina wo na wo kam no kra say nya munyina na mo ye declaration no
enya nyina. How can you expect obi a ye Honorable Brian Champion say the MC and the DC so average now declare Dr. Mahmoud Baumia? How is that going to? I mean, it's going to be something else. And in the press statement, Ebenezer Doku he never said say all MMDCs. He never said that. He never said that. Enti twisting and tense na ma asem ketwa bi da hey declaration dey be koso obenya another group bi a omso be declare mo, but this was a concerted effort. Nipa 225 now obi ayi tum say no yenkwa declaration
mo ho na mo dodo ye say
and program now I don't know how many people came, but I said I know a lot of people now they were at the program. But Obian for some say Mumbambe declaration because Obi this Alex income Obian baby original and this Alex income bejina radio so na TV so say one to Hoshea. I mean
ono de ono say waka say Obian na neka ho nti. So
and no person me church me madam for Obi San I'm very, very nice with him. So he wouldn't hear. because here friend for instance Kotokone has the bomb match Kotoko 4 kobo no friend from supporters amun ko friend has the what I said be na hole de dema your friend is saying heart of folk when you are not heart of folk supporter. So that is what is it. So why you win him maybe our we are members or in I abusia bako.
Yeah.
But we are could diha.
Nyabotra na minti ensem no ase ye kakra menua. Declaration ya mokoko ye. Moko no na mo decide dada ana se mokoduru ho na mo decide.
Oh, some actually platforms ahodo bebre or why discussions was so bebre. Enti onye akono se onka group no wa onti enti at times I don't doubt that I don't fault them so about onti
mebo enti ebia mo discuss o platform no ba akoso na nia oni so de wanti bi se bia mo kwamba declaration.
It's not only on the platform in here. Discussions in the course be brave, at so many fora, at so
it discussion no course be brave, nan so ebia obi antisan say mo nyina na mo bo mo koye koshia ya mo nyina na mo platforms ahodo so nti say bibi saa be koso a enye onwanwa se bia obi anti
obi ati say omo amugina ho ana tamwa ye friend say declaration no ekoso no mi ya o manti asan komo be gina ho enye dede embo enje de all kan so
no na o ka kire me say Alex Nkum say onti na me ka say enye nwanwa say this bia mo de discuss ye honkomodi a ekoso betun ya ba say obi wo mumu a wanti say enye bia ho na mo ko take decision obi wo mumu a wanti
oveni. Yeah, friend supporters for instance, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And she obia only a particular agenda or platform. Bisono. Open say, young friend say Jack Brabne and trans in the declaration I acquire. Say, yes, I know. And I'm a work at Remy.
And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia supporters, Namuko declare man.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia supporters. And yes, support MMDC, sir. Omajatum said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia obi a odi enim ka odi party nenim kan ya betima win election. That is how you should put it rather.
Mohammed now can tell me say free supporters eno na ma me ebusa o say Dr. Mahmoud.
Yeah, free from wa omadwe koben kromu ese agenda we there esimesi na ye de no di enim a obi the betima easy. Say medical aka say let us give respect to all us, especially others parents. That's the first point I'm establishing here. Because I don't want a situation where you come and talk against anybody. No.
Me know yeah, me know ya. Na mo call honorable Ken Homanye declaration. Say bia no so kra won supporters but Homanye mo call Brian Hoban.
Oma declaration. That was the first declaration that came.
Nyabotre o sha say no me kan e o kan say ampa mo call ho no mo anye declaration bia open declaration said dem we mo call Brian ho nso bibia ansa ankoso anopa mi bisa no saa me enu mienu bia anso centrofo enan centrofo ni ho ebinum sa de amokoye mo de twe party no kwachiri ni wo be kasa won na onya adwen
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, a former vice president of the Republic of Ghana, or ni media team wa onomu enam ekobe bia se wahye swa okoye program wa or the media team amudinechi. Ebinun use media, but they use social media bloggers. It's all about disseminating information. So it's whether you use social media or the the traditional media that we want. Obiane acquire of also disseminating information. Meetings are also how do be brain. How did people get to know of it? And yet this kind of media, now whether it's a traditional media or the new media, social media, etc. And a day in some no etuja ema for a year. So say Dr. Onrabe the media team or no every time or wapon na or koshia MMDCs. That's a media no ewa. Let's all reporting whatever he has to tell Ghanaians. And our party people, I don't think say be wrong. Me time my office, no media team at any point in time. Most station hokramaba. abetra be live program. So obiane the way of us so at the year ne so and you obiane force obia let me make this point also clear. I said there was nowhere in time obi force obi here maybe I did not near media declaration and nipa no no munko. Let me establish this fact. No munko. Lady Big na me team na me person because the camera was live on me. And what she was forcing na no pushing up so be na him no bia on say no so ka declaration no.
But everybody na na mo declaration sabre na mo aye mu bibia awie mo didi awie bibia awie.
Oh, we program no and a declaration no. As I say, I don't know. Maybe who crowd now me no cause I been why worry so why were they not? The time I acquire no do much as I say yes, this is the agenda, this is where we are going. But they had wanted to be there present. No beyond say yes, they are also part of it.
Now doctor ya where some be declare man.
I don't think so. I don't think it's away. I don't think it's away crowd.
The ban say na central for no be share ho no mo a quickly mutumi nya wo mu nyina no mo ko share cameras ne ade nyina kan wo sa.
So question we answer. What is that? Only ninja mesre. I go say when cause examination. But this is a question I know what to say.
Me person me tia asem na see because said you okay say na doctor nya aware na obeshia MMDC ti said ye Ra Brian share moyi I mean enkomodie na one mo ba bedi Ra Ken enkomodie na one mo ba bedi aden na sese mo hia na mo be didi nkomo e be boa ma party na akwa animu na esese odin centrofo be me centrofo na be mu ne mo san so nya ba bi gina ye cameras ne eno na ye me nwanwa kakra nti na me busa asem no
me ba tell ma me bisa question we court thank you to no say na media di nechi na party for no mo kasa by and large me boa but ene de edru be bi na honorable Kevin Japan kra no kan obi me boa so if there was nothing wrong with the media involvement in the thank you tour, I don't think say there is anything wrong with say aspirant to be Asia Nipa no Mukasa, that is the targeted audience at that time, and it's or be involved the media. Somehow I say some now can win him say asem no kretro do abonim hint asem be na was we say we kwa kwahye kukuamu na wakoka asem yes o ka asem a esan say no krenti no o pese obi an say oh me kwahia we ni enokra be boa to avoid twist and turns say asem a on kan no because media ho na o capture de no enti o ko obi fufuro bi ko gina ba bi so esimesi kwahia sa group when asema hoka media and kasaba because no it's not true, that's not what happened. And involving the media in anything that is not against the norm no dear. For me I don't think there is nothing but so now no enye bad and then so enye bad.
Mohammed mami bisa we ntwa to na yefie nkomo no mra na wiye open declaration sabre ya monko conference yemie nomination party no say obi anto no bo ase ya mokoye ugidi se bebo party no
Marinka Assembly control. After one of the election day. After I think 2012 election.
Mohammed na wonyi masem na no na wo ka asem a kire me.
Me ba oh nyanto wa say bon komo fefe the men say komo no.
Bashiru Koso.
Good me that say. After that and constituency secretaries of Greater Accra Amekan Paka Ekahon Hossein Adoye Ekahon Sly yeah Ekahon Protozoa Ekahon a lot means to me I don't have the list offhand. Enyan in say Nanado to His Excellency na very likely no ebia or very declaration say uncontested bill. Your organization home but that time not brand a champion, now brand champion N8 when fee and a call call where we're able to get some few media report to join us to go and say of any case here umpeo umma Yaba, yes, Rao Sebo Modiani contest view. And it was carried out in the media 2012, after 2012 election. And to say, and then, and I said, party for a former MMDC is here. Yen na per se MPP as I win the next election. Na yesha omo abo contesting na omo se fata but they obey me I did 2 million amayen to build upon what he had in the past, taking into consideration the in the past. Mapini kufoba the onya 39% and the building up and odivini Nana Dubai first time so we think that trend no say obi I didn't no you didn't call coming election year or build up on 41% now or they are to me na Ghana for at all. That is why we did what we did. It's not for any selfish interest.
Oh, yeah. Answer my question. Me say party no in open campaign. Party no say mo be anye campaign. Former MMDCs mo kura mo ni voting rights. Ebia conference ne baso na say ye dem beka ho a na ye dem eka ho. Na mo koye open declaration say ye nyina no ha na ye support no. Ojiri say baabi e gina sabri wa in person ojiri say bebo party no.
Our history, maybe we did it for Nanado.
Intina me say baby ye gina sabri eno no ye de atwam de gina sabri wo gidi se beboa because party no ehunu se baby a party ni gina se ni nyentina general secretary of the party ne sa she krata se de aba bonten be ka se sa ne ma ne nyina issue seize mo so mo nye nkwada o party nim former MMDCs mo ye leaders of the party de mo koye wo gidi se beboa party no.
Me bacho mami bisa mami fa
Bashiru yima semna no na musa masem yima semna na peso
me you are no
koso
good your question of any case here nyonyamfo honorable Kennedy Japan akompreko. Did you see the media out say MMDCs are declare amano unhuye? Did anybody have issues with that?
Moko and moya declaration ho.
Yeah, declaration, so but it came out say declaration.
You see, well, baby, Ode Adena Kwakufi. Obi
na me, I never condemned it because
tie me. Obi na atro na de. And social media and crofo church or moniama. We dey mo MMDCs. And I'm with the cameras so it's different from near. And then I'm social media you and man this a Ken camp. Obia from the company the spokesperson Obia be can say be declare man. E train and
okay statement no. Okay.
Statement be ya.
Statement says
MMDC. There wasn't any statement from the camp. So who statement be na in free. You see officially as I say who say ade na e free in the camp. Where the mo na mo akof so cameras asimo so MMDC is
simple question say what kind of statement
be anywhere if free in the camp that statement in free in the camp because enra
maybe one say you are also clarifying it. Tell me so me clarify.
My busa ho asem mo de na de yani tua mo Bashiru wo minimo ona ugina ho ya ugina left a camera si wo so former MMDC ya camera si wo so a o declare wo bra party no aka se ba bi agina sa abre na nye enti obi anya di ma president kofo no nyina ba bi a party ni nam no mo akoma na wo koye sa declaration e be boa party no yima no
e be boa ye kan ko. Because at any point in time, it's all about say direction being a and one say me know you didn't come away. It's about direction. I bet my boy party no. And me who election be of course we Ghana ha declaration and consider. If it be a memory of that, I'll be to my catch so election will cause no be no declaration.
Bashiru mame no ase be kasa.
Yo me that's it for
so yeah that's a former MC Ghana Central Muhammad Bashiru Kamara and yeah then okodi nkomo no 107.1 so ni teacher ntwi ya no wa twa ano sa MMDCs we dey mon say party no
with this me madwen ko a empanimfo no be kan say open declaration ne campaign obi NCZ intimate imagine say anke fi na kuri no so ye aspirant so ye hwan omo obi be ba bonten be ka say ya ye disqualify period me imagine no as teacher entry no say ye catch us man ye na then I say enti so we go me ba we go we abode na ye catch so go we abode a ye be boa na ye do be ko prisoner na no ye dey asem na ye ba menye oya amebo wanya dey na be ba ye say anka me imagine no oya aspirant oya supporter oya cool benyu don't come out of bra campaign yen declare so obi ankoye campaign na be ye neema say ene ade a ebeto to etuo ekofe jane petrol be gina party ni mfimfini a wo aspirant no mo yes ade na ma went me amabo nti am stop you mo na ekoso a yen disqualify
over one komo we na ye bobisa say wo MMDC ya ye ka wasem as it stands now and nay unto be abano unto be
Debi.
It is a wo declaration now wo the code declare ma say we na me support no say yentuma na
or say party no
but when the mad na ye dai say nipa no unto be even poafe na ye be conference edu akoka ho enipa be se num na ekọ saa conference na na se wo ka ho bi wo me se mpanifo a ye yi wo magina ho se saa nkrofo we na ekọ pre flag bearership no saa nkrofo no so be decide ewo mo so mo ba mo be ka ho ni bi na wo akọ declare dia ma ba kunu ye sure se nine ne be ka se mo metu bia
na menu eno kura echi no ye nkrofo bi so aba no so mo so ntu bi omo so declare man nkrofo eni nti no so mfaso ne de yes benkum nya enye nifa nya enye
eti wa wontu bi a wa akọ gada wo ho se me declare me support dia ma we until say aba no wontu bi no mfaso be pa na de abre party no asad na wa ye ka ho asemi yes obi awo ne right so betimi a campaign for bi na ada na mo nko nipa no ho straight say ye be pese ye be boa wo e wo nto abomu dan say ye be an open camera say ye dey declare support them me hu so aba no unto me.
Some high-ranking members of our party, their party, the MPP, are repeating the same mistakes that led to the party's damning defeat in 2024. They still believe that because of the party's good track record in national development, coupled with NDC's inertia in governance, in addition to the numerous injustices going on, Ghanaians will root for MPP in 2028. However, Ghanaians will want to see a remorseful MPP first to attract their votes. Ukusiku ewo damfa ena odi we buy. Opening yeda se. Say also ode aba. Your interviews are like cross-examination, truthfulness, or otherwise is seen in the response. You are. He himself has said it as if he saw what I wrote to you. You can picture the laughing in my seat. Interesting. Sylvester Sari ena edi we by Penny also. Yeah, that say. Fifi Osuhum says teaching and touching and fantastic interview. YAB Asem Beba Debi Nenso Ken Beba. Kudos to you and your crew. Fifi Suhum Fifi Edasi say onso ode aba. Ora Benjamin Mosompra Agra Machiano pay na ohoti say ye bompa ye mount Sabria Fie Quenimu na say Boko. When will we hear some positive news that will not hurt our heart? DM should go on oppose. What is this? Asembe Kreni. This guy is annoying us. Mamiesi Williams. And so, dear Enono. This one says, I wish to say that I fully support the comment by Honorable Kwabneje Japan. If delegates for the presidential election is open to about 1 million people, this will bring sanctity in the election. This will bring an end to vote buying. Hope neck of the MPP will give it the attention it deserves. Benjamin Bosompra Ewo Abuba Ena Ononso Edi We by Yeda Se Anopei NSS. Good morning, my brother. Please, what about those who call into your show and openly declare? I believe National Executive should firmly take charge and direct affairs. Open declaration but I will read you so you or more but say ebeba say a whole MMDC ebeba bontia besa no hadwin YAB the man you just interview is why party is not looking attractive these days MMDCs are not eligible to vote at the moment and are amazingly declaring for a candidate. You ask one for Udin and Cambisro, Yana Udin Akaho. Pasulu says Bashiru and others will do what they did because MPP party executives are afraid to call to tell Dr. Bawumia come to stop what they are doing, but still can't. Beba, okay. Pasulu also my now I say a number of your messages. Brother Utubo, you say Charlie. Yeah, that's it. Also, actually, remember share a message na ode abano. The one crack 10 mun sem na ye de ma enche be hwe se ye be san edi nkomo foforo de afa ene nkomo ahodo a ewo ho no ho a. But teacher enku anim kakra, enku anim ton ade kakra.
Mama ton ade kakra. Anopay Spanish garlic mixture ene ne capsules na me bo ho dawuru a kire we. Wona se tata Johnson tentem. Bad cholesterol no edoso akoma bo peri onsa no night sense a nom Spanish garlic mixture na ebeko afi uwi a no apɛ Spanish ginkgo capsules ne bi anom na ma emogya di afurusane yi na timi apompi mogya na kɔ wadwene mu ma sɛ de owure fi ade ententem ne nyina no afiri hɔ ama wo pedodo etu a me Spanish garlic mixture ene ginkgo capsules no pedodo etu afre 0266 114111 Franco Trading Enterprise. Seminye budi ya waka. Omo de phone the whole Ghana. Okohwa say Nokia, Samsung, iPhone ubenyebi. Who say na Ghana for electronic near my papenti. Wakofa smart TV abai range from 32 to 100 inches ubenyebi ato. Or Franco air conditioners and so ewo. Or chest freezers and refrigerators. Ebi washing machine in ya kike kan hu nyina. Wasan kofa CCTV cameras aba eno. No ye estate bi ambetimi dia bobo ho na aboa mo akonu ase nyina so. Enti open ya mabobo suedo do atu afren homa me ensa na mde ma 0246 422338 ena 0555939311 ne twato 0302 225651 Franco still phone papa ifi and ho Givers Herbal Center say what the Givers pick up was about Bema wa ho aden aba fam wo mpa so kope binom se emu ye oyanso akope bi enom low sperm count so kope binom wonom eno a wonom Givers pick up source no a no apɛ Givers cool capsules na no maka ho na kwanti asisi yare koko ene wo yemo a etim no nyina no eno nso ebebo ntinom Givers pick up source no ene cool capsules no ebom na wanya results no ententem se malaria typhoid jaundice loss of appetite nso akope Givers herbal mixture no be enom afi wuwi a ema no Givers ginseng mixture any capsules no ebeboa emen sansan bi agu ba bia ne nyina ebehye no ama enam yade anase wo dey pu akope binom for Givers ewo 0543 222470 anase 0506 851135 Lanzarote Logistics seven cancer say udidi ne nuane nura waduane num no wonsanka ema oni padua no to apen eninti eno akofa Lanzarote Logistics akofa fruit juice pomegranate juice aba no ebo akwanu ese nyina so ma hona nuane nuro bi a ope no udidi a wonsa ebeka na fasho wadwunim se sa wonuane nuro no de aba ne nyina ya organic wonfa chemical bi emfraye wasa akofa cold milk season so abeno so eboa enti won kran hade a utu aduro no ka se de bebra no de free delivery no free free Lazarus Logistics ewo 0539 982593 France see announcer ebeka wom mesel asase de oto na langard was so antimi ansida na asa manson wo so a ya no ato sikagu mesrew koto asase o Palachon properties ho won sase ododo a waterworks dodo a odomse aburipu krom Shy Health and East Legon Health enti wansase no one plot no 70 by 100 feet na Shy Health de no say what one plot no eje 200 million and 20,000 enti won hwehwe ne say utua 5,000 me che 5 can 50 million no atwa sase na ma no ama wa fe na de atua wo car me chere saloon car ana mini bus nso a from the car no ye papa de omo beje na fe omo ma asase a won so wo pe enti bomodin ase wo be from enhye ba akọ de abeka ho ne se woni sika krama bi aka bomu a wasi dan na dan no waka kwamenam sika 70 obema obesia na de asi dan no usi dan no wi obema mfie duro no na de atua eka ne nyina frɛ Palachon Properties ewo 0551 49 9919 and I say 0243 35 4100. We Brian. Nema esa me turn and pay ya no na me de agudwo.
Commodore ko anim kakra afi e besa ba da message sa ba no so ko anim.
Abusia mede Emmanuel Akline de obokrata wasem abaye the Chronicle na to hyase wo enne ebna June bosom ne de toso aduenu ennan na kratafa etoso mienu eho na mi kogina na amabo nkomo na nkomo no ene se na asiasom ekoso ewo tutuka na tutuka na asiasom no ekoso no na eye aseda na asiasom a ekoso Mount Olivet Presbyterian Church ewo tutuka na eho dwumadi no koso ne no womoto nsa de frɛ oboase tutuka district minister ewo Presbyterian asɔre no Reverend EK Nyako ema wode nanum nyambeta dwumadi no achi na wode nanum nyambeta dwumadi no achi nyina mu no eno ma na kwanya wode ne nsɛm tudwa na nsɛm wode tudwa no ekofa fa gadamse a ekoso ewo man eho ena papa etrem se gadamse tuo no de Ghana ekɔ sɛyie mu wode Ghana din no ekoto nsɛne ni ewo dwaman so otim sɛ obi ahunu so Ghana de hɔ de gadamse haye papa esan sɛ enya de a ebetimi awie yie de amaye nti papa kasa de atodwa ewo 6 conference a oboase women fellowship no ya akɔkasa wase no ɛna ɔkyɛ sɛ Ghana ni ba biara ɛma gadamse etuo enhuhia na papa esan sɛ no ɛne ɔhawa ɛde ɛbrɛyɛ na ɔse wohwɛ mabunu a kamia yɛsɛ wofa ɔhamu ntikyemu bɛ sɛ aduoson a wɔn nyinaa no ɛyɛ agye atum sɛ gadamse no na yɛ deɛ ebetimi ama ne nsa akɔna no ɛno ntu kɔ boase mpɔtem ho sei a wɔn tu fam gudie no a ɛmfa mra kwan so ɛfrɛ no sɛ gadamse no wɔn tu ne paa na no so nya deɛ de bibi papa ɛbɛbrɛ ɔman no de ɔhaw ɛna bɛbrɛ ɔman no ɛno nti yen nyina yemfa ya no ntum bi na yenkasa ntia gadamse no na afi oban no so nsori na nipa e ka bi ewo mu so ensori yesan se akwaye so obiade ne ho ahyemu bi ahemfo fatafata ho ensentwerofo fatafata ho omo ye opinion leaders fatafata and some kind of politicians enso fatafata nti ne kono akwaye den pa mamemfa kratafa eno so etoso ensia na afi memfa enwie na katafa etoso ensia no awrokocha nsem na abeto ha na awrokocha nsem abeto ha no baako ene se mampani owo Nigeria ye Yera Bola Tinubu akasa na ne nsem owoka nyina no kire se wono aban abasoi wo hwe so obema awrokocha aye de na aye fe na ye hwam ama mabunu a ewo Nigeria mamu no omu nyina timi do ho awura mu bi eno nti wono de wo gisimpie na apa akasa wo kire se sɛdeɛ nneɛma ɛkɔ wanfa awrokocha ansi n'ani so a ɔman ne nkɔ yie nti ɔde awrokocha ansi n'ani so a saa program a wapawo a ɔde ba ne agriculture mechanisms programs ɛno na ɔde ba Nigeria man ne mu ɛno na betumi aboa ma awrokocha fa de ntoma pafura ɛwɔ Nigeria no so Emmanuel Akli abomu nkyiremu ɛde aba the Chronicle da ɔbɔkrata no emu
Akli na Nigeria agric area wo de be de Ghana ha
ofa sɛ ɔde yensunsu aso
Akli
ɔde yen mfato
Akli sɛ mechewa wo
ɔde yen mfato sɛ yesi Ghana
ya ha no agric ne nkoyi agric ne nkoyi wo be ka ha de na agric ne nkoyi no
nti
tini bu agric ɔde ba Nigeria
ofa onum sɛ there's this one former member of parliament a ɔkɔ Nigeria ɔno kɔ lidi emu edua wɔ Nigeria
ɔno abo dwuma odum
mo ɛnɛ Nigeria fo nkra mo emfiri ba bia edi sɛ ɔno no free hatimi akoya man mo
sanhye no aban oba we ye free ho
oni hobio
enti sɛ fa na sɛ wotimi koye bibi ete saa wo ho a na nipa na besom ɔman ɛwɔ hanse ne yantimi amfa anya ma ne ye nam ne ye kra mo e de ba Ghana ha
na was the last time out of Ghana mo
mi hu ba bi wo
esa man ka se na bi wo made in Ghana mo wa asante
o kura da o kwa chiri na busa say da be no fast kan so kwafu
o fa mi ekua ni pa
o fa mi ekua ni a woni ba bi a Ghana mo
o fa se me bi a me nim mo nti bo ha me nyi obi a me type mo a me nhyɛ da ni mo but say aba say mo na ye the local made food
ba bi a pem o papa pem unu ya no pem na say do occasion dey on to him we busu
ukoto obi a so obi a una nto
tijanji ko anim
ya bi try be dia Brian a daily graphic and ma fa hai na minority leader ononyam for Alexander Appenyo marking na ode ato emrasho ja form MPP fo nyina anim se ebere a mo beto aba edi ayi ni obedu anim akopro man pani adwa fimpi no edu no wotwe no omo nyine mfimfini mo hwe no obi anko ese megina ha megina se de nkofo yakoye na apagya yi omo nhwe na omo nyina enyina mfimfini na eno no na empanimfo baanu a omo nso odi mpa no wodi bre ewo MPP amanyoku no mu mienu bi akasa afa ho onimanya first mensa bonsu eno so ono de komye na esese omo nyina eye na obia ehwe se beba ntem se be de ni nyina ye nkabu mu eno na ehia na owura ataka na di obia nso nim ni ogina eno no nso kire se wono de Brian Adams
na tina mama tina was saying the defeat of the election 2024 has caused the MPP in Tasintasi and if they don't take care they are going to lose again.
Oh yes.
I don't want Tasintasi we the kobaha we the kobaha
as I say obi na ka o say kodro na de na ahoma no na enye o se nya ahoma no na enye o kai sa advert no
me kai pa
enti no em say NDC for so na ayom bibi say de ade be twa obi e be ka be ya bomb de ma amanyuko ni say ye be ba
so for do says the contest should be fair there should not be favoritism we do want to say one the best and more opposition you know
enti owura ataka na di so no de date no a panyimfo no de abasom de be ye presidential primaries no ase abantem dodo na owura say mensa bunju say national council no omo de anu so omo de date beba nti omo adwuma no omo ye enti panyimfo mi ni omo ache omo adwene ewo ho eno no na we dey man so sem nananum krafo sense man so say okay na ahai na National Petroleum Authority CEO pani e dey ato Ghana fo nyina enim say Brian ase we dey me kana mabu mfu NPA pani no so say na e call so aman mienu no Iran ne omo ntokwa mu ayedin se mo yedin se den kra Ghana betimi anya fu aba boso mienu na ntokwa na boso mienu omo se bedi
Trump so be si mama omo ja
into se ntokwa na yedin kra Ghana wo fu
aba boso mienu na me monitor am se fuel international market na ba form kakra ye bo mpa na ya hwe but enche ye be kwa man so wie teacher wie
so enti very daily graphic there animu ni echi na kese na umna na maboboso
mienu no na ha o se boso mienu no
na me che se entokwa no omo aka so mbeja na boso mienu nti no se tra boso mienu ana ye be nden no
ene na je se obi am fa ne se kan kona fu no obi am fa ne se kan
na da ben me free head bom so
ene
se je se me de be nansan
bom so eye afu bi mu ewo asante achimchichi bi ase
oh okay
bom so
oh okay
achim bom so
da ben me nante afiri ha azem se ne me kwade amenko afum de amenya kamfro ti aje se me nante ko
ma santo anko nani
Daily Guide Kratafeto so ensia na Asante Mantemu Posi Commander DOP Emmanuel Teikujo wone ne mrante no abodwuma so akwakochi Nigeria for enipa numa wosusu se krono nko ahwadwuma ana omoye Asante Mantemu na akronfo adwuma mu dia ne se ade omani chia ne se obepake o car ene car bi ti se V8 ne Prado de omuhu anachese omo pentempa aba biwiawo na wei mu na obi apake ne car mo chese Mami ekoyi sika twitwidie bi free banga okopake ka yi ewo baabi a wo ta akwakoto ade na numu na krofo yi bo na ntenta ade o mani kopie mo baabi a mami ka yi wo yi a ekwan o mo fa so mo buka na ndi ko ka ni mo kofa mami ni sika ne ho ne made edi akrofo yi ansem na no pen na posifo yi eka se enti e bebre no manya de fra akrofo yi nsem ankofo esu se o mo ka se de baabi o mbe pake bia ne ye wi a o mo di ntenta yi investigation hodo anopai o mo sakwakoso nipa numu na o mo kire se enye nipa nunu ko ebi ka ho na omo de emrese mu na omo de mo ho se mo ba beto mo nten so a empanifo tai ka se so obi beba wo memu aba bebo kro no a na Ghana ni ka ho bia Ghana fo mienu bi nso ensa ewo nsem yi mu na mame free ho na me nko Asante Mantem ho bia na enu ada arehosem a esi ye ewo mame a ono ye MCA ewo Efija Kwabre South enifie a nkofo ekopie mu Efija Kwabre South nkofo kopie mu no e woni fie a amu susu se NDC mabun yi bi ene kopie mu wo ho na amani hwade hu na ne se na komo kwa akwhye maame no ahye na busua ka ho na enso enu a nyame ya adom nyame di ma pe ho afo fie a wo mu kopie mu wo ha na juda hyomu na maame na busua bie ni fie ho a ejapade de ene me na wo kasai o ma sei bi pa na maame fa kratefeto so miensan so enwie US embassy wo o micro Ghana ha sei no mo de kokobo kwama Ghana for wo mo wo visa wo pese wo ko US kwatena hokobo mo bra ne wo na wo pese wo ko sukuu se mu amai madwin se mo be ko US abonte so kwakobo bra ko sukuu wo ho no US embassy na amo kase mo se sende mo ba ebeje visa na ye ma mo mfie nu ma mo kwa mfie nsia na mo aka ho no ene se ne mo ko ha mo kwatena ho no US man ne se mu bu mira so enu nti se wo ye Ghana ni a emra wo ko embassy ho ye de be ma no adaroma di su pepepepepe na anye sa na se wo ko kobu mira so de a ene ebeye de papa se US visa no won sa betimi akabi na se wo ho so na se US mra no wundi so de a wani su bete wo no na wo fie raso na wo se asi wo man yi mo eno so ye nsema no pe mo de aba betu dwa na mamefa Katafeto so miensa enwie wa ha Dr. Mahmoud Bawumiafo ni da ha na afei Yera Kennedy akompre ko beri maba iso brobo enso enfo ni da ha na no pay eye nhyiemu de wo montem no ayi wo do ne anije akitafo adaro ma mokoma koma nto ye mpanifo mienu omodo mo ho se Yera Ken ho nsem e wa hasare so na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho nsem wa ha mo chese mo de asomdwe nko a eno mo sere akitafo no adaro ma boko daily guide mo nsem.
And this one says academic and intelligent interview. The annoying part of the answers to your question was the manner the gentleman was dribbling and dodging your incisive question. We are still praying for Honorable Ken. It shall be well. Ohene also made us say, the fact is that 100% let them do their fanfare. The MPP will rather suffer the penalty for it, since some people refuse to speak the truth. Okay, Redubuahe also Mayena was a pasulu. Pasulu message, you know, party penny na Africa Peso Casatian and what we Commodore, where we? Okay, Menam was a Maminam for. Commercial break na fe ba de aka no de aba beto aso 107.1 suni which eba forces of this move by the MMDCs was very childish, selfish and dangerous. It is the beginning of another power loss. Chiba for Asante Galilee. Chiba for any best was it oko kan see and cow. I can't camp on a quiet idea. Or say a party, no? The MMDCs did not perform well at all in their declaration for Dr. Bawumia. I believe the party leadership will step in and then advise them to refrain from such action. What we need most now is unity within the party. Nelson Kwesiado and Odiwe by Nelson. Also, yeda sia no pay say everybody will kindly where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power dominates, the love is lacking. The one is okay. Benedict also mamena am for commercial break. Yeda ho aginkra to aba ye ba the aka no ye beto aso. Good morning.
Omanfm.
Ojambo, wani mu nyame fe. Ade wontimi ne dia na.
Me nua metimi didi o. Nanso me nim ne ha me.
Enya duane nko na hia o. Uhia food supplement, ya vitamins, ene minerals ahye mu ma na boost immune system no. Lanzarote Logistics, e the organic pomegranate juice aba. Ya e friend of fruit force pomegranate juice. Emu akoma nya hoden. ɛma adwene yɛ adwuma yie na afei aboa dwonsom hawa ahodoɔ nyinaa saa da nso na wɔde cold milled seeds aba
near flaxseed, sunflower, pumpkin seed, chia seeds, and goji berries, afranana.
A source of fiber, protein, very high in omega-3.
Yes, I know they are organic.
Delivery, our incrementum habe beer a free. Number money is 0539 982 593. 0539 982 593. Email lanzarotelogis@gmail.com. Lanzarote Logistics, home of organic.
Na ase ho te sɛn
mama ɔte apɔn kakra na mmom ntumi mi sɛ aduane
enti na mede front active ɛnkyɛnse ne pepa mu nnuane papa bi a wodi a wo mmra ho aba no wɔyɛ front active cereals ɛyɛ rich in vitamins proteins and minerals fiber ne omega-3 so wom ɛboa digestion every 3 years ekosi 100 years obi atumi di bi na ɛmmɛn kama wotumi di ne breakfast lunch anaasa pampo
front active ɛbɛboa paa
the drink nso nie yɛwɔ no diabest yɛade yɛtua no anaa wɔn pɛsikyire etumi num bie ɛna ɛwɔ no complete Omanfm kan nso tumi num bie na the taste no jai obɛnoma main very nutritious
ɛna front active junior yi nso ɛ
front active junior ne famra no nkɔda a wɔdi 1 ekosi 14 years ya wɔn mu ntumi ne di yie from no wodi nsuo anaa milk mxa na wɔtima ne di na ne denti obenyiri fɛ ne nyina wɔ supermarkets ɛna pharmacies dodo a adepa pharmacy limited branch bm ɛwɔ Ghana ha fra 0302 664 832 and 0245 915 254.
FDA aji ejodi nkrato yato.
Swakoton sasi bi ama langa de fuata tawo. Emwo no hu se nti wonto asasi bi a enkraha bi odi a kwakoma to yam esanse admeko ba ko a ne nsanse manso ni ho na langa de fo enta tawo eye Palladium Properties won sasi wo me abi ti say Shy Hills Dodowa Odumse na Aburipu Krom Shy Hills ensase no Palladium Properties edit 20,000 Ghana cedis ma ho ye ha na kopa bito na nsanya wo wodi kan tua 5,000 Ghana cedis a wobema afi ema ne aka no wodi atua wotua 5,000 no wi a wo ma kwan ema akwasase no so koye wadwuma bi a wo pe so wotua sika no wi a wosan echew 100 blocks ema de toa wadwuma so ade esronko a Palladium Properties ede abeka ho kra ne se so wasase da ho a wo pe so sidan na so woni sika so asho dan na se nanso wakoka kwan mo bra wonye sika ento aso a Palladium Properties ene sika kramia bi aka bomu eye adwuma a wobema sika ema ade atoa wo dan no so no ama emfia duo no ema ade atua wo ka no nyina Palladium Properties nko a ena obema asa akwan nyei so wo hwe Palladium Properties echi akwan a wo Rich Junction Madina wo be Marina supermarket no na watwe mienu bi anso Palladium Properties ade Omanfm pensa asiato no bi ekofa akwa won sas no nyina ewo mo kohwe bi e obra wontue sika bia so pese won ankasa eye wo dan plan ema na wo ma pe won sas no so mawa ni nyina wo be ya ma ema wo hunu se ampa adwemako a woto asase a edimu ene Palladium Properties Palladium Properties ewo homa edidi so iso 0551 499 919 and answer 0243 354 100.
3CP. Efie here 3CP bambo.
Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules. A boama moja dear fusan when you pedianum ye. Spanish garlic mixture and the capsules. A boama moja dear fusan when you pedianum ye.
Give us P capsules. A memedry. Manum bia benemua. Kani mitutu ya na minkuma bwa sese die. Betu esa kum menia G. Give us P capsules. Give it to me, baby. Give us core capsules ozwe.
Emane meme nyina akoko yade. Sisi yade amamanya yem timotete womo no. Yedru no. Manum bi amama de me ho.
Give us core capsules. Mrs. Moye ding. Give us core capsules.
I give it to you, baby. You give it to me.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Give us no. Amen ni jia bebusiemu papa. Na bema ka give us P capsules. Eni give us core capsules bomu nom dia. Na eni jeni ahoden no.
Wabrudo.
Give us P capsules.
Ememe wadi infiedu watwede kronkwan na efa.
Give us core capsules.
Apemfo abata wo mo manufuo ne nkwada wo ne infiedu mienu nka ho. E wo drugstore bia motofonko Give us Herbal Center, Teshi Mobile, and Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050 68 51135.
Eh, wa fi hwe sama ye odina we. Eh, mema ne hu se ye ka no wasam. Wo ka sa papa kesi ya no ba ha na ne nase atata ya okasa no de nsa akata no no.
Ame but we de ne say sa papa no.
Mate de mo kan nyina Spanish garlic mixture and then the capsules adaroma. And na mama pomudine sa no.
Wow, why you nice and kasa. Spanish garlic mixture and then the capsule.
Eboa mboje dia fusani wo nipadua no mu. Na aboa sisasabro awotutuo hypertension ete cholesterol so. Obi o charge so antentem pa. Gas gina wo yam. E ma akora amane muhunu mafichi kromu nyina. Etuatwa. Obi akora wadware wie no. Afa na ne ho ye ne hene.
Enti asono Spanish ginkgo capsules ana.
Spanish ginkgo eno de ye nwa no nura. Watwe free. Ginkgo biloba ene soya oil mu. Emma wadwemu so da ho.
Martin say yes say anti-aging and ma good retentive memory.
Na ye to ne hene.
Antec Herbal Center for ene ayi. Enye na pharmacies chemical herbal shop. Apemfu abato mo manufo no kwada wo ne mfedu mienu enka ho. FDA agi edwedie kra.
Adepa no kofa bae wasan de 3CP papa ebeboa efie bia aba mese adepa de etwamu da wo de 3CP egu somu dware a ebo ho ban efi muamoa ho fa 3CP efren so hohoro wanu anopa bia na ma wo se ho ban wonu aduane na eja ana enso hye ehyewo a fa 3CP efren so fefa so eno ano no wo hyewu wi a fa 3CP efra enso fefa so na beboa obebre 3CP ehye pimples ebompo ekro na ekumkro ene mrimu ya wonso 3CP so de enye na wo drugstores bia mu atufo nko Adepa pharmacy ene SGSSB ene hwani mu okanshi frɛ 0302 664 832 Kumasi Adepa pharmacy e wadum ene Hello FM ene hwani mu 3CP efie bia hia 3CP bambo
Ghana fui Franco esa the electrical appliances for Frabejaswo washing machines, Asian women yopo, CCTV cameras, and need all clear. I bet you know that. Several mobile phones, this is iPhone, Infinix, Nokia, Samsung, any the anyone says receive Franco. In our binya the papa, ne water foam say Franco air conditioners, every 1.5, adequacy 2.5 horsepower, Samsung Franco TV, every 32, adequacy 85 inches. Franco, essential tabletop, double decker, any chest freezers, and chain in a mahoden cry. Franco, Quabata be a band, name of head office, a water braka, one in Roxy Cinema, and the friend 0246 422 338 in a 055 5939 311. Franco, electrical appliances, papa,
Spanish garlic mixture and then the capsules. A boa moja dear for send when you padianum ye.
Shaping the nation. 107.1. Shaping the nation. 107.1. Shaping the nation. 107.1.
107.1 Suni High Omanfm ye mamu akwaba Abrantie Clever akwaba Boko de
ya mi adom
okay we just say enkomo e so one monitor bia
and enkomo ni mu hwa emu hwa na am tikem na mesre because say na what two questions no both teacher Mr. Inkum say Mr. Inkum and Bashir na esre na ni nyina ko wi se ye be ma adwebre aba party ni
okay
empanimfo a omanya bibia di wo party ni mu samre na ka ye be hia omunim de ye ne omunyansa ye besre omu me nkomo a oni omudi ye bia ye me de pa question a woto mo mo se teacher nkumo si eye adwuma na obi hihye ye enti na declaration e course wo former vice president what dia na ne mo so mo ka mo ho bo mu no se na eye adwuma mo ankasa
mo hihye
na madwe ma so but o ka sa asem no obi sa asem na madwe bi so se ampa because empanimfo a mutu anamo ko obi aho yi obi anu ho a omko no ho a omko wanje omkwan ana menyin ni se omo ye even 300 mmdcs and even 10 mmdcs omu nyina omadwe beko benkrum se chinchina nipa we na ye support no Omanfm eso obia wo enim wona kuma mu nipa support no eso eba no se enko sra no omu nyina etu anamo se anuanom ti nipa dodo na ekosra honorable Ken no sa nipa dodo na ekosra honorable Brian ena sa nipa dodo na so ena ekosra former vice president na omukwae no eniema edije omukwan ne de omo ameka nkire yemu bia enti ye besere yenya botre na yemma nokredie enedum eye contest se nipa nyina adwene ana ekodi ni ekodi nipa ba kwa echi kura na kire se yenye democratic group enti ye besere emre no enya enso party ne se omo wo mre a omo ankasa de omo timetable beba abeto ho emre bia nsi ho kwan se moko akosra pen because ye kan edi amatete se omo be wo interest wo flag bearership no no omo buru miensa
yeah omo
eso mu ye mu visit nipa miensa omo aka no so eka se ni amoye no omo ani enye ho a mo be den enti ye besere adwebreo because ukọ na ekukuamu nkomo na mukodi a obi ani ho madi mukukuamu nkomo mafi ho obi emre bia anhye obi ase wuntumi emesra amofa enni kukuamu enkomo but the very moment sa nkomo no beba beto abonten
open declaration with the cameras ebesisi so
afi cameras no kra de me ho no na me ne wo enye adwe kakra because one monitor the vice president ever since engagement bi obeye bia cameraman edi
cameras in the hard view but camera mo open declaration no
edi nechi wahu enti na make say brebra mama ne ama so o man ko ho declaration bia emma na obi ani say you take advantage of a situation obiani said you take advantage of a situation. Enti the most important thing is yen share your hoso Omanfm hwe ne ye nyina ni nyina ya hohyeso ni nyina ya hohyeso all size say yan share your hoso a ebedu baabi no na obia ya obepe kwan a obe justify sentia o take ana otu anamo na
what to know
because at the end of the day no obia wo interest na yema interest no override the interest of party no ebeko abitia ye because unse ye kankaka na asan abesu se ya nhyehyɛ party no a 2028 ebeha adwene esan se horse racing two variables and they play a major role. The strength of the horse and the strength of the jockey, or another skill of the jockey. Say horse no weak. Now we are the most skillful jockey. There is no way between a winning race. No? And I say horse no very strong. Na jockey no so very weak jockey oni skills bia ebeye den say obetumi awini the race enti ehun be hia say ye be manage even ye hwehwe a very skillful jockey no or say ye hwe say ye siesie ponko no ama no ho ayeden because say ya ma ponko no ho anyeden a adwuma obi aye nyina ebeye kwa na ye start yi me matete say ye nukru say nye nukru because obi amekai omo ko ye nyina enkrofo me ensa no ko no obi agya
omo kwan say no de obi abesra de abegya no
obi agya omo kwan
yeah
ye costa wo enke wo bra race na nkasa kra enhyase na say ye bewie ni nyina na the ultimate the presidency na adododie kakra wo ho no anu nti ebi obetumi agwa adododie no mu e de ate wo ka so no se mo anya na kire se
faso bi amaso
faso bi amaso apart from say mo ankasa mo betumi ate mo ka no mo de amanfo akoma bi di agro because minim 2008 you lose election minim me lecture bi a suffer stroke and chebiana free because results ne by the shock no bia owo UCC at that time at any masema making so lecture na dey employ no benya free elections
ni dey an say party na win
enti ye besre e ya adwebrewo because obia e kasa obia interest enti senia obenwene asem no onwene asem se ono no interest no will not be affected. Say one Bashir Eka say na mo se mo mo platform e na mo na magia tum say osimesi na mo na eko e na mo nkwa na mo ko ya fine but esan say enye mo amwo that particular platform no so nkwa e na mo ko ya no na kire say amin bi abem greed bi abem ukoji wa ha sa akoji e wa ha eno mu nyina se de me start ya me kan no omo ko no obia nim babia na koma wo
support
wo enti me ade ba kwa me botaye nti omo de yes ayi no manti ase because na woni Mr. Nkume di nkomo no o si lady bi e na o ka se o Brian hokro onkoda hoda no no wada ho baako wada ho once enti the lady ni toso idea na che say idea emu na che say nye ye nyina ye interest na mo ye madwen say mo ko hu edikafo
o mo de so ma ko hia say former MMDC sa o mo hu o mo ache
yes
na o mo kwa ko hia na o ma didi o mo nkomo
yes
na aspirant fee ni mo na hotel
na wo ko hia say wana etua say wana o mo na ejeje ntoboa a finance the cost of staying there.
There be Brian among baby.
Yes, because almost here, ye pe baby adwudwu ye ho. Na omo de adesade ko to nanim. Oh, a politician may take advantage of it. And then no bem who say Brian Hona asset the adwuma na ehye no. Afa. Yen tonfa honorable Ken so for. Honorable Ken e bi o ma ye hotel endem. Na emom ye kwa ye firi ho na ye kwa ne amanede de be kofie de yensa beka no mu free ho na be sinko your friend is
Dr.
Mahmoud eba we nti ni nyina no omu interest na afiansa mo ahyehye adwuma no na obi ehu aye smart wa ahyehye adwuma wu mu no afiansa wo ba besu
me dan say Cliff ma mintie ora mo da te kakra cancel
yo
bokodi
nyame so no kron
okay da say no person so adwen ni nkomo ayedie nkomo ewo krom na de eno ho nkomo an yedi a ne course so nsra MMDCs esra ne ho nkomo ewo ma mintie
yo ya me da CP say edi kan no na me fasa kwanya iso na menchia yetiefo ene yahwefo nyinara na afi minsa fa akwanya iso enkyerɛkyerɛ eniema kakra bi mu efa miami ho eni say me betra radio so ana TV so na se me kasa na ohun se wa wutie mi no ofu se bia bani abre ana se bia me buafu a enye no kre eye me passion for the American no anyhow enema bi ekoso a sebi emwa party no empuntuo enti basa no a ya na ama the language the tempo and the strength of my voice no na akosro kakra but that doesn't mean say ebi anopa bia no mabetena ha as the comment bar from angles no na manfo frɛ ha na lawyer ba
enra nipa ba akopɛ atiefo ekai oba ba akopɛ ena oka sɛ ya na okasa na no ahyi
yes because sometimes o can cry ya na we hear a little force behind the cry no and in as much as I can cry no dear you better continue na ya kano no until the day omo eno omo kasa no on bebre omo aso ase na omo hu say the year kano so no e bi asebe nyansa kakra ewum na ye tu ho na mo a ebeye ye. 2, lawyers, when we are defending Bibia, you're so passionate about her. We defend it with force, kakra. And into the tier 4, and yes, a beer, me betra hasanwa, na me bumfu, a party no don't try. A me, anywhere would tear me, we ye diemu. Send your bear your party no be fun into my friendino. You drew me beer, now your papa, and now we a jar. Never say we team kakra. If you say you do bano, ko. Enti ya na de da ho no no. Then we discuss about MMDCs omoko visiting Honorable Ken, Honorable Brian, and former Vice President. No. For me, I don't have any problem with that. The only problem Sebi
sports administrator and answer for Drew say yes he speaks a lot of senses but the push
yes you see some of us you know say udo bibia opera nessa wo hwe na ade no essay wo hwe na oba no ye de ne beto atopra aya na some heat runs through you want to run. We want to speak loud. We want your voice to be heard. Send a bear at the end say. Until I never make a young year, dear more.
Yeah, and a year, dear.
And until now, and yes, a beer. Sarah Mokostra, Honorable Ken. No, a problem.
Yes.
Mokostra, Brian, problem.
Yeah.
Was a problem. But on a panel, who so need to be interview. Was this setting the direction, or can it be about direction? And yet, MMDC for. And it sets the direction of the party, the grassroots, the voice of the people, what the party in general pay, and the direction goes. And Semukushia, any one of them, not publicly, we haven't gotten there yet. Publicly, more granted press conference, not all of a sudden, different media houses. And then one media house who follow the thank you tour.
Yeah.
Thank you tour, we were all there. You follow what different media houses about. The intention, you can see some planning went down before that. All of a sudden, there was a mushrooming of media people. Now you grant in public, and then you state say, media endorsement, and now me say, what the party nan paying? Now, also, you're a leading member of the party. You are setting decisions. You will say, oh, yeah. I also would dream when say, and number one, me too, a soon so anything. Ya cockon, ya din kugu. And kugu na ye din. Say a quambesso in your fast with din kugu. Hallelujah, or Gifoni. And penny4 transino. Almost in Makikwe committee. Mumbum. Mumusa party ma mumusa Ghana for na yenhu ade ntia ma yenye party no edi sa enkugu no ade no aba report na ba yembobo mu internally no party no yen strengthen party no yemiemia party no bows and nose mo yen sa ye ho yade enwie. Now we are talking about endorsement. My endorse way. A basa no na sebe a kuru no sebe or how no sebe enema ama party no entimi aninku nim no na ya muaso na ya kataso ya konkugo no our enemies no ya weak points no ya ho no modo mo nsabewo omodo mo jan bewo omodo mo tu bewo ama party no assign ahwiase endam senti no and an amobia ye too within the party, no, whether it's a NEC NATO, whether it's a National Council NATO, whether it's the steering committee in the A2, we always have to put the interest of the party first, not individuals. you back home. You're relegating into the background in sports, as they will say. A knee, even 7 months, 6 months. And report to Yaba. Mitiwe mi de womu communicators enim de womu. Amanfo kakra bi and anim na ye sa report no. Na yatete se report no esi yenye amendments bi. Yem by the base the mu, ye increase the numbers of voters anymore. And no MMDCs no, one suggestions, proposals. Ya omudia ba, e fa the market queen. Committee, the process improvement. And puntu a party ni emphasis, and amount party ni emphasis send ebe ya, ye be young power, ye be to me a free. NDC 47 no, one proposal anything. You haven't even suggested, and I don't know for fact, but to the best of my knowledge, the most sorry are more flag bearers or more person more aspirants and then more meaning eti she could come ekase so move you are your mom bibi kakra eshomo. Is it about jumping from an aspirant to show face and giving an envelope, or is it about mending the party and now say trying to find out how best that we will get the right person to lead the party? Enyen krobina yebo yaw. Enti the amendment na on person omonye no. Ni nyina ya suggest ewo sa Makekwe's yinimu report and senior the head of legal for MPP Frank Davis no, and so the proposals about proposals somebody buy no yaw is 300 pieces of proposals, and from the amendment no e basa no proposal no we until we need to categorize the various proposals. Say be a proposal we the good this bucket mu, proposal we the good this bucket mu. Mo categorize ni nyina wie no. Mo no mo sieve we de hu hia ye be sieve ni nyina. Ye sieve wie a ansana a month to say be kwa koshia is it the 19th of July no. Ni akoto aba no. What's what they call the regions and the constituencies. My question is, now we are all amendment was improvement was sir motion for amendment no it hasn't gone to the constituencies yet. Yemfan Koma regional forum yet. And how do we go on the August 19th to do something constitutionally no yenye? What is the mutual national? And now, idea bakwa me pese ye hwebio ni say when it comes to amendment to the constitution is MPP constitution no. And I make say general secretary no also circulate the proposed amendment to every region and constituency offices, all the regional and constituency offices no, at least 1 month before the national annual delegate conference. It hasn't gone yet, yaw. Oh, and when we now call you by a endorsement publicly, media, endorsement publicly. All this endorsement. And when I ananka first nanka me be who be say ya, na me who say bibi chia say ya, na ma fa me dawru, nanka me bong bing yempino, na so metia futu.
And now we are one of the best
taking me time.
Yeah. And people are happy. People are happy.
Yes. And so when you come down to the amendment side, now I can't say 1 month to the time. See now, or see at least 2/3 of the delegates at the National Delegates Conference cast their votes in favor of the amendment. Now, cast their vote. To cast a vote, it means Obefa BB now they are to ballot box. To cast your vote, Ghana to casting vote no. It could be a secret ballot or it could be an open ballot. And so when they go, no more yeah is another form of casting the vote. But this constitution is say at least 2/3. There is a number. At least 2/3. It is all apply any nay. How do you tell us whether say the voice is 2/3 or less than 2/3 or more than 2/3. And this is suggesting, say, Adia, Yana Kudu, no Muyeno. Yanom come say, yeah, last year, yeah, nende, no. It is unconstitutional. Because the Constitution in itself, when it comes to amendment of our Constitution is not the national Constitution, but it is the MPP Constitution, you know. Or say at least one more Congress, also near 2/3. Now, I want to ask them, how do you calculate a number when you don't have numbers? Anti-voice voting in this regard, let me calm down a little bit. Voice voting in this regard is out. The Constitution is an abstract.
Because we'll be here to test.
We're here to test.
One kind of panel.
One kind of panel.
Determined to test.
Now, some of us, we will test the law. Until if Kodia and Omomo, if they are listening to me, they should know, say, the dogs, we are wide awake. And until we will test the law. As lawyers know, we read the law, we read the Constitution, we construct the Constitution, we interpret the Constitution. Now, the reasons, the intentions of the framers.
Testing the law is the way to go, because per your reading,
yes,
that has been in there stated black and white for years. Now somebody will also then move in and say, what is the convention in terms of national conferences? Anytime anytime an amendment has been done, the fact that precedent has been set does not negate the fact that somebody can go for straight interpretation of what the actual meaning should be.
So I
am very happy you are talking about
testing the law.
Yes.
The law. Well, that is the only way we can deepen our democracy. So I agree with you.
But convention. Yes, convention.
You need the same table. So as I'm but you see, and wisdom or the actual mountain, you have no idea.
No, I have always spoken wisdom, but the mode now may differ. And sometimes me vehement because me prefer say obi asabi or your lawyer or te embarrassing or be apply the law. The law is not what it ought to be. Okay, it is not what it ought to be. And when we are applying the law, you have to follow the letter and then spirit of the law. And when there is convention and there is law, convention gives way to law. It's like when equity and law meet, law always prevails. And the convention is practice, constant practice. Now the question therefore is, when you are interpreting a law, you look at the exigencies of time, the circumstances surrounding, and then you apply the law to meet or answer to the needs of the people. Situation in woman right now, your call election, your performance. Let me use the words of others. Abysmal. Enunti ama ehun atoyeso. NDC our power. Ye Crawford from Bank of Ghana. Crawford form ye pamo. The government is not spending. We kusu. Economy no and nobody recourse. People are not happy. Ghana for no more trust and hope and believe in our party, the MPP. Trust, hope, and believe in our party, a tuko, a evaporate, a free Ghana for muko. That is why we saw this performance. No trust in you, and therefore we won't give you the economy to manage anymore. Now it is our duty as a party to build that trust, the lost trust, or to augment, to increase the lost trust. Niemfa party ni medu level bia ye ebeye akono ama afi yetimi age to me, because Ghana fo nim se MPP wa ban mu a enda sebe wo mu tumi eye niema ema ne ka enkro ketu amufo ema oni befo enya asumdue enya hotoso ema economy no activities eba na afi ɔman no ɛfa ne ntoma pɛfra Ghanaians ɔmo nim saa nneɛma wei Ghanaians ɔmo yɛ aware Ghanaians ɔmo afi saa nneɛma no but because of trust that efiri ɔmo kɔɔ yɛn ti no that is why we are here today ɛnu nti no every move every step bia yɛbɛtu bia no should be a step and a move a ɛbɛma ɔdɔ amapa ɛbɛma party no ɛnkabɔ mu adi nkonim na afei yɛtumi atu anamɔ nti sɛ wohwɛ a let me just divert a little bit mohwɛ a all of a sudden yɛhu sɛ honorable akompreko Japan Kennedy ɔkɔ schools ɔne TESCOM for the youth ɛdi nkɔmmɔ wɔ energize wɔn mo nso mo join the party mo ni sika wei mo fa nyɛ mo registration mo ma TESCOM ɛnyɛ ho nyɛ anika yɛn so party n'ase or my hope he's instilling that lost hope he's instilling that trust the lost trust into the youth sɛ ne bɛyɛ a obehu sɛ eh MPP achia but a muyo mo menye sa movement no ɛnu nti all that I'm saying is the lost trust and a master we nyina ba ɛnu nti sɛ ɔmo tu anamon biara what I said the NEC what I said the National Council what I say in the thinking of the General Secretary and the organizers the omuye bia no the MMDC is a sebi kra no the expansion no enyanka mo afei na ebeka mo ama mo so mo nya vote no please yesre mo mama yen hono ensuo no mama yen hono ensuo no kra ne man so no na krogen I think say at this time in the history of the party the approach na ye dey ba no eye approach bi a emmoa yen enunti was a sheni yo, and a more yet to know see a sheni yo. Nankofo no mukoto abano. Yenu womoko sia kind or 2028 no. Womu no womu yankrofo a yetwifa omo so kwa. Enti si yan hye ye jan. Yan tu ya namon ye. Yan fire ya tu drawer. Na se yan so ye kania. Na yan hye sapo mu nsuo den a. Na yan fa belt amoya ya ase a. Na de ye and I'm a person win there, but no Macoy Dawson, a person win the yesi, my yesi, no man for can them, no way to hat, no way to radio station, no OD, a bit more temoa, or door. The constitution of the MPP, a person be rap party, the freedom of expression, the freedom of association, the freedom of conscience, the wisdom of unity, togetherness. Na party nim kama mu se oba time baako yemu ade osun kokroko no ma no ya hwe ya yeni yankasa nkasa ye be cause implosion amana asay party enti yaw if we are going to ballot you see how I said the ballot with them we are going to ballot we should do the right thing every person enti mi nkoye the secret ballot enti mi expressing itself emfa ade nkotum. And for us to see transparency, because we say no, there a foggy, a hazy kakra, ubia near bre, because adishie ni sorry, ubia pakunyano so atranintino. I think in this country, there were a whole constitutionally elected body, be a form the Electoral Commission, ya omushe abatu also. Se me makumemua. For independency, freedom, transparency, no. Nanka mama ma yenye secret ballot. Obi a sorry a rakwachi na dwene. Ye a isi gina ho wakan whoever wins no a win. That is idea was say faso. I'm not endorsing, let me use their words. Say the top down approach. And I am totally against MYNDA. Because being whom or man be I per se see or henia, a see or hini we and son a see hini a two hini for no. Your party is built upon the foundation of democracy, government for the people, by the people, and then what? And to say if the word people is in there, that means we are respecting the grassroots. Yeah, we are respecting the base of the party. Yen share party ni mu nwie yen kika yen yema ntutu ani nwie ehun said the foundation no other say ye increase no from your friend is saying 5 to any other number, yo. They say Musi 22, Rebecca Homa. Issue that I have with the 22, and say 22, you better almost waba. And now say a point to one. Question 1. Yeah, me person a tier 4, any omo muti me no, almost at a 22 na. Number 1, 22 no one decide there. Number 2, a different criteria and you use to ya who say 22 in the beboa. Number 3, you better almost waba. And now say you be a point to one. And they say be a point to one more. Why ne wo to me say? It was a point to one. And nunti, these are a near man was a you get it almost will be our show interest in all the stakeholders in the
now,
party.
Your interview.
Now me ending the American no a bass armor the person me ending no crown me refi me ending ni na the person me can say unim say womo at party or at committee bia womo na ebe supervise the National Congress. So unim say yeah, I think Honorable Sewusu Joe Wise and the chairman. I want to ask a question. Sir, ayina committee na omwati no bason for na omwati wo no per our constitution no I was say I think the steering committee for and I was say we must select group no I mean, also select our group no so they also the chairman of the party. General Secretary per our constitution has no right, no locus. So on be suggested, be proposing be say, muna say, read through our constitution. He has no right. He has no right. And he said, if it is not the neck, and I say, I think the steering committee, it should be the chairman. Now you are not the chairman. You are not the steering committee. It's a committee. Now what proposal and for with it to be a chairman or the quite neck so ajatum. And in the beginning of the suggestion of the people, a proposal almost say, committee on a year by National Congress by Yanoson. A quiet fast you or for me, I would say, unlawful, illegal, unconstitutional. And if the constitution says, say, we chairman, another steering committee for Nanye. Nese womuna enye nese kodua utimi consider these people. The question is they be right. I think that if somebody should quote the constitution where a just say on proposing for no mayor sa ade no yen de ye ba ha emra ne kasa emra de ye adwuma enye emotions na de ye adwuma
na me no ase
enye emotion enti mesremo ya enuma wenum bi na ekoso a ya ye ka ho asem no enti say kiki nu jaya
kiki enso
let
the whole listeners clap for Amo Date Esquire for such a nice atmospheric deliverance coming from Nana Safo Odro and NSS like lawyer Amo Date. The explanation as general manager of Ken City, he should maximize the network potentials to forge unity and discipline that the party needs to win power in the next election. Or that's it. Mami C. Williams so says, thanks to lawyer in addressing his comments, because my mom and auntie have concerns. And Eddie said, Omo concern will address it Eddie Ama Omo. Okay. A call for commercial break. After that, and now day. Hard builders are ready for interview. No, actually, Nadia cannot was. This is 107.1. This is Omanfm. Din Ediao Amufabo Ache. Your servant.
I don't mean the Diana.
Many are meeting the deal. Now, Nimni Hammy.
And yet, you are not one here. Who have food supplements.